technology, y'all. I'm not even sure if I'm doing this right. Hi. I'm gonna be doing my makeup and then answering some hair questions. I can't with silence though. Hi, how do you maintain your hair? I have extensions in, and then I have to get those readjusted about every 7 weeks or so. All right, what else y'all got? Let me put my hair up actually. There we go. All right. If you guys don't know me, my name is Leda. I own Tone Hair Salon in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am a hairstylist. I've been doing hair for 20 years. And I am happy to answer some questions that you guys may have. Or you'll just be watching me do my makeup, because the last time I did this, I got bored because nobody was asking questions. So ask away. I'm gonna come out here onto the YouTube world Sundays and Mondays, or one or the other. Do I have a store? Yes. So if you go to trying to think where you go to any of my videos, and you should see my stand store. If it's not somewhere you can see right now, it is in my TikTok bio, and I have everything there. So I have promo codes there, I have how to book an appointment there, I have scheduled classes there, so kind of everything. Look at how much that is. All my makeup tips are from TikTok. It gets better. I think. I just messed that up. That's not how that was supposed to be. Whatever. It's like the music's going with my makeup. Where are you 6 people from? Oh, 5 people, my bad. Where are y'all from? I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. Would you guys believe that the last time I was here, last week, there was like 3 people on my live, which was fine. I didn't announce it, you know, whatever. But one of those people was like, I'm gonna come to you. I want to get my hair done. What's up, Dallas, Texas? Lee is from Dallas, Texas. I love Texas. I've been to Dallas and I love it. No, wait, have I? Hold on. Was it Austin? It was one of those. But either way, I'm a big fan. Anyways, later on that week, I have a scheduled consultation, and it was the girl. It was the girl from my YouTube live. It was so cool. And then I actually made a video about it on my TikTok, and it's, if you saw it recently, it's the one that I was in complete shock because her test strand lifted so nicely. Music. But it's getting on.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you've got to try 𝗧𝗢𝗡. 𝗧𝗢𝗡 is the world's healthiest all-in-one meal shake. It's made with over 70 plant-based superfoods and nutrients.
What do you guys do for a living? Are y'all hairstylists? Because if you all are if there's at least one hairstylist in here, and you have any kind of question, I am more than happy to spit out some knowledge. This is your time to ask. Nothing? No? Okay. Oh, you do eyebrows? Oh, that's so cool. Or like the microblading? I know that's like really hot right now. How much did you start off charging? Ooh, good question. So I really believe that it depends. What is this? Okay. It depends on what your area, threading. I get threading, I love threading. It depends on how much your area is at. So if I say a price, it may be high, it may be low. It really depends on your area. But speaking of Raleigh, North Carolina, 20 years ago, I was charging $45 for a haircut when I just started and got out of school, if that's helpful. But remember, it depends on where you're at. It depends on your demand, okay? That's what really, you know, kind of decides it's a deciding factor on what to charge. Yeah? What else you got? Oh, it got really mellow in here, didn't it? I was hoping for something a little more poppy. That's just, no. All right, what else you guys got? Come on. I'm watching. I'm watching for the comments. Say anything. Anything. Tell me something about you. I feel like my life is everywhere. Y'all already know about me. My hair is falling out. Why is your hair falling out? Is it hormonal? Is it due to COVID? Is it from a pregnancy? Why? Is it stress? Is it your thyroid? What's going on? Tell me. Tell me all about it. I have stress. Well, the thing about it, try not to have stress. Because here's the deal. It's not the stress from now. it's actually the stress from 3 months ago. So if you're stressed now more than ever, it'll be an effect later. And psoriasis. All right, so somehow we need to fix the stress. Psoriasis, you can go to your dermatologist for, and sometimes they have like special shampoo. But I also feel like that's, you know, an immune thing, and I'm sure there's somebody out there that can give you maybe some options for psoriasis as far as like diet and stuff. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. Don't take that advice from me, okay? Hi, Julie. Do hair growth shampoos work? You want my honest opinion? No, I don't think so. Okay. I think it comes from within. God, my eyes are so white under there. I think it comes from within, what you're eating, your diet, your stress levels, how much water you're drinking. You know, the hair grows from your scalp, so I think biotin's very helpful. As far as like a hair growth shampoo, you know, it's not about the growth, it's about keeping your hair healthy to stay on your scalp, if that makes sense. So getting proper haircuts every 12 weeks or so, cutting off those dead ends, making sure you're not over frying your hair with bleach. So once it's out of your scalp, like it's dead hair, and you just have to do the things to make it healthy, stay healthy, okay, stay healthy. As far as like a hair growth shampoo, I don't buy it. Maybe there's a company out there that can prove it to me. What else we got? Does straightening your hair damage it? With overuse, yes. With overuse, absolutely. Hi, Miss King. Do you know the using a comb with your flat iron trick? Let me know if you know that trick. If not, I will try to make it happen, okay? Because I'll answer that too. Mars23. If you use a comb and you take thin sections with your flat iron, you're only gonna need 1 or 2 swipes. If you do not, and you're just grabbing a bunch of hair and flat ironing it, you're not getting it straight, so you're gonna do it like 10 times, right? And that's gonna make your hair damaged. That's why there is so much damage from flat irons. It's just a matter of like, you just have to do it correctly and do 1 or 2 swipes, and then you're good to go. I wash my hair once a week. I know everybody's different, but I don't think anybody needs to wash their hair more than twice a week. That's my personal opinion. And I saw somebody ask, does bleach damage your hair? In the wrong hands, yes it can. I dyed my hair with box hair dye, but over time it is light brown. How do I remove it from the ends? You can start off with a clarifying shampoo. And if you really want it gone, I would highly recommend researching your hairstylist and finding somebody that specializes in color correction, because not all hairstylists are made the same. They're not all made the same, and they're not gonna all do the same work. Some people are scared of that. Yes, I have to brush and straighten it, but I go over it multiple times. So get like you said, brush, and maybe you meant comb, but use a comb, and you're gonna take a very thin section. So if you're using a brush, odds are you're picking up too much hair, and that's why you're having to go and straighten it over and over again. How much shampoo and conditioner is too much or too little? What is the right amount? Chloe, great question. Okay, so this comes down to salon quality and not salon quality. If you get salon quality products, it's much more concentrated, and you're only gonna need, what's up, Doris? You're only gonna need a little bit, okay? If you're using a drugstore, your odds are you're gonna have to use a lot. So some people are like, well, I don't wanna pay $30 for that salon quality. It's this small, and I can buy this one, this big jug, for 10. Well, you're actually gonna end up using the same amount, okay? So you're paying ahead of time, yes, but this little bottle of salon quality is gonna last you way longer than this big jug of the drugstore stuff, right? So you're gonna end up using a lot. And the biggest thing is that if you're coming off of a drugstore and going into salon quality, don't be wasting it. Don't be squeezing it all up in your hand, okay? Most of the salon quality is gonna be sulfate free. It's not gonna get real sudsy. So you're gonna use maybe a nickel size, and you're gonna rub it in your hands. You're gonna lather your hair, make sure it's wet, lather it in, and go little by little. If you need to add more, add a little more. My favorite thing to do is if my hair is like really dirty, like I'm on day 7 of not washing my hair, then I'll wet my hair, I'll shampoo it, and then I'll shampoo it again. Should I use more conditioner versus shampoo or equal amount? Generally, you're gonna use less conditioner because you don't really wanna put too much conditioner at the root, especially if you get greasy. So I would use less conditioner and use it mid-shaft to ends. Is it bad if I put conditioner right onto my scalp? It's getting bad dandruff. I think it might be what's causing it. So yeah, so try not to then. Try it just doing it on the mid-shaft to ends and see how that goes for you. There is a product by 𝗦𝗥𝗓. It's called Reset. That is fabulous if you do have dry scalp. I have a promo code. It is Leda. Oh, hey, what's up? I knew you were coming over. Okay. Kona, chill out, bro. Hey, oh my God, everybody's here. Okay. The whole crew. Have fun. Kona, you're gonna be all right, okay? You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're welcome, Ollie's World. I gotta get that shine down. What else we got? Thank you for your advice. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. That's what I'm here for, guys. That's what I'm here for. Is it bad habit that I use lots of conditioner because my ends are very tangled? No, but I will answer that, and I'll answer Julie with the brassiness. Okay, you have to, let's figure out why you're getting tangly, okay? Most people get tangled because they haven't gotten a haircut, okay? So let me just explain that. Most people, especially ones that are trying to grow out their hair, they don't want to come in for a haircut. And then they also think hairstyles take too much off their hair. Okay, I know, I get it. But the deal is, if you don't get that trim, your hair, what happens, starts to branch off, okay? And when it starts to branch and split, that hair will eventually come apart, and then it's gonna cause lots of tangles, and your hair won't grow fast. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but if you get a trim every 12 weeks, your hair will grow faster because you're nipping off those little branches, those little split ends, okay? So that could be a cause of why your hair is tangled. Check your shampoo. Maybe it's not a good shampoo for you. Another thing is, are you going into the shower with your hair tangled? Comb it out. Comb out your hair first and then do a light shampoo. Try not to get it tangled and then condition it, okay? Maybe then you won't have to do so much conditioning. Brassiness. So purple shampoo is the, it will cancel out yellow tones. So if you're a light blonde and you have some yellow, you're gonna wanna use a purple shampoo. If you have more brassy, more orangey tones, dark yellow tones, and you use purple shampoo, odds are it's not gonna do anything. So don't waste your money there. Get yourself a blue shampoo, okay? Blue shampoo. And Fanola actually just came out with a no red green shampoo, okay? So think of the color wheel, right? So blue cancels yellow, purple cancels yellow, and blue cancels orange, and red cancels green, okay? So if your brassiness is like real almost reddish, then you may wanna get, and this is new, and I don't know if it's everywhere yet, but it is no red by Fanola. And I do have a promo code. All my promo codes are pretty much Leda, my first name, Leda. So Fanola has the purple shampoo, has the blue shampoo, has the green shampoo. And then I forgot the other question. I know Chloe, you asked like, what are your tips for starting a salon? Was that your question? And where are you in life? Tell me that. You're welcome, Julie. What shampoos do you use? I use a mix of things. Right now, I have a Mika in my shower. I have 𝗓𝗓𝗓. 𝗓𝗓𝗓 is like a shampoo bar. How long would it take to see the difference to switch? When I switch a shampoo, I usually see immediate results, like immediately, because my hair, I feel like, does get used to a product, or maybe just mentally my brain thinks I get used to a product. I feel the difference right after. And what else am I using? I'm using 𝗧𝗢𝗦. 𝗧𝗢𝗦 is really nice. It is really expensive. And Chloe's in 7th grade. So I would focus on getting your license, okay? And there are programs, and you may want to check this out, Chloe, okay? I know you're in 7th grade, but in high school, in a lot of areas, there are programs that you can get your cosmetology license while you're in high school, and I highly recommend that, because if you can do that and then by the time you graduate high school have your license, that's amazing. So definitely look into that for your area. How do you know if it's the right shampoo for your hair? Well, I mean, if you are complaining and you're saying my hair is tangly, I would maybe switch it up. And there are a lot of companies coming out. There's a company called Function of Beauty, which I've just recently been looking into. And I think it's a really cool concept, because you go online and you describe your hair. You fill out the survey, you tell them exactly how your hair is, and then they recommend the shampoo and conditioner, and then these droplets that you add into them that's specific for you. So maybe check that out. I don't work with them. I don't have a promo code or anything for you, but I do think it's quite interesting. And then I saw somebody say, how do you install extensions quicker? Okay, it's so crazy to me. This is so crazy to me, because I've been doing hair 20 years. And I used to get this question all the time, and I still do. How do you, and I'll answer you in a second. How do you get faster at foiling? And my answer was always repetition, repetition, repetition. You have to just keep doing it. I would tell my assistants, go home and do some mannequin heads. Like, that's the only way. When I was assisting, I would have to do 5 mannequin heads a day, full heads, full foil, like everything. And thank God, because that was the only way I learned. Well, I've never had that experience again until extensions. The only way you're going to get faster at extensions is by doing it every day. So I'm on my mannequin head every single day. Even if I'm taking clients and doing them that day, I still come home and do a mannequin head. It's the repetition. And I never, ever thought I was gonna say that again in my life, but here we are. That's the answer. Pre asked about trimming your hair at home. So something I recommend is making sure your hair is dry and not wet, because you do not want to cut too much. And generally point cutting. And point cutting means, like, instead of taking your hair and just going chop, it means taking your ends and just point cutting them a little bit and just nipping off those little bitty ends. Okay, this is a much safer way to cut your hair at home than just going like that. Okay, because it's like cutting a stack of paper, right? So those girls that are on TikTok, it kills me when they put their hair in 2 chunky ponies and then they go chop. And it's like, you wouldn't cut 100 papers at once, would you? What would happen? What would happen if you cut a big stack of paper? It would be crooked. So same thing. You're gonna take small sections, and like I said, the best thing to do is just do a little point cutting, okay? What was the other question? I felt like there was something else there. And so when I'm not talking, it's a great time to ask a question. It means I'm all caught up. Or we could just watch me do this. Does that include the split ends using point cutting? Yeah, but just make sure your hair is dry. You know, when your hair is dry, you can see those split ends. What's your salon name? Tone Hair Salon. Is there any cheap shampoos you would recommend? I mean, I would check the 𝗧𝗢𝗏 website, because I feel like their prices are really reasonable. And then there's the promo code Leda. So it's professional, which is great, and I think it's a great price. Now, if we're talking you're going into a drugstore, I got you, Jay. The problem with drugstore for me is, what scares me is that a lot of them do not have, oh, and I got you too, I got you, do not have safety seals, okay? So it's like, what if you went to a store and you bought a gallon of milk that you didn't know if it was opened or not? Wouldn't that scare you? And that scares me. So it's not that I'm like anti-drugstore shampoo. That scares me a little, that I don't know why. FDA, where are you at? Because why are there not even just a peel off, something, right? It doesn't have to be heavy duty, but like, I feel like there should be something that warns a person if it's been opened or not, because you don't know if you go into whatever drugstore, supermart or whatever, and somebody had bought it, dumped it out, put something else in there, returned it, and went back on the shelf, right? So that scares me, okay? But that being said, if you trust them, fine. Make sure that the product is sulfate-free, paraben-free, and DMDM hydantoin-free. Okay, that's like the newest, like, You don't want that in your products. 𝗬𝗤𝗬𝗬𝗕𝗙𝗦, okay? Make sure it's not in there. Menopause, I would definitely go to your doctor and check your hormone levels, because it could be hormonal. Usually it has something to do with the thyroid. It could be your thyroid. I would get some blood work done. That's what I would do. And then, what do you think of L'Oreal eLive products? I have not used those. But L'Oreal is a great company. So I feel like if L'Oreal's behind it, you're usually in pretty good shape. Although L'Oreal pretty much owns everything. So, but if they're putting their actual name on it, I think you're pretty good. How do you lighten your hair at home naturally? I wouldn't. Welcome, Zoe. There's products like Sun-In. There's products like Sun Bum makes a hair lightener, and it's a spray, and essentially it is just peroxide, okay? And what you do is you put it on, and then you go in the sun, and it lightens your hair. But the thing is, if you are brown, it's gonna turn red. If you're dirty blonde, it's gonna turn orange. If you're already like really blonde naturally, those are the only ones that are succeeding. However, I've had clients come in where they are naturally blonde and they have been using Sun-In for years and years. And I can tell you one thing, their hair is weird. It is different. It is not like normal hair, and they know it. And it's tangly, very tangly. I can kind of spot somebody that's been using Sun-In fairly quickly. Their hair is not normal, okay? It is very, very, very tangly, very fragile, okay? So recently I had one guest that had hair down to her butt, and she was all blonde and from Sun-In, okay? But she made the mistake of using a little bit too much, too often, and she broke off a lot of her hair. And she knew that if she used it again, her hair would definitely melt off. So she came to me. She actually came from Europe, saw my TikToks, came to me, and she had about this much root, and I had to carefully highlight it. And if I overlapped with any bleach, her hair would be gone, okay? So y'all have to be very careful with that stuff. And the thing is also, it's permanent. So if you use it, if you're using a spray lightener at home, whether you sit outside in the sun or you are blow drying it in, it is permanent. And you have to tell your hairstylist if you ever did it and it's still in your hair, even on your ends, even if it's been 2 years, and you still, it could be on your ends. And if a hairstylist lightens that, it's going to melt the hair, okay? So you have to be very, very careful when you do stuff like that. I have tested out other things like the hydrogen for your 3% hydrogen peroxide that you use like on wounds and stuff. I did not ever see anything. So I want to get my hair highlighted and then put a toner in the hair, and the toner never really went away. Why do these comments go away? Can anybody help me here? Like, is there a way I can have the comments stay? Because it's such a tease. It's like, they're there and I can't read it fast enough. But it sounded like you said the toner took too much. Is that what you said? And then somebody said, what's the best purple shampoo? And those are going to be, I have two favorites, Fanola and Amika. Both of them they should be somewhere in my videos. Like, check out the, what is it called? What is it called? It's not a caption. I don't know what it is. Dang it. Do you have experience with African American hair? Yes, I do. Actually, when I was in college, my best friend was African American, and I did a lot of things to her hair, and she loved me. Yeah, that's actually where I got That's where I started, believe it or not. Yeah, we're gonna have to just keep reading those. You're gonna have to, I'm sorry if you have to comment again, but for some reason, I'll figure it out. I don't do YouTube a whole lot, but I will be coming on here once a week. Like I said, either it's gonna be on Sunday or it's gonna be on a Monday, probably right around this time. And I'll be here to answer questions. And until I fix what's going on my screen. Oh, thanks, Anita. Thank you. All right, what's next? Where did my other thing go? Well. What's next? It's so funny. So I planned this live because we were supposed to go out with the family for a birthday tonight. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just get my free. Oh wait, dude. Okay, so yes, my salon's one location right now. My mom just turned 60 and she used box hair color. Well, I mean, I'm not here to say box hair color is bad, y'all. It's just bad when you try to lighten it, okay? And then to the person that said that they have hair loss, but they're looking at highlighting it, I would make sure that you go to somebody that specializes in highlighting, especially somebody that has very fine, thinner hair. I always tell everybody this: do your research, do your research, do your research. Do not just walk into a salon, okay? Don't ever do that. Even word of mouth is sometimes not good enough, because if they don't have the same hair as you, that stylist may not do the same work. So I would highly recommend checking out their Instagram accounts, and that's why I push hairstylists. Make sure you have an Instagram account. People need to see pictures. They need to see the before and afters. So once you find some hairstylists on Instagram and you look at their before and after work, make sure that that before picture is like your hair, okay? Like the girl has thin hair, the girl has fragile hair, and this is how they came out. That's the person you want, right? Not the person that's doing like these clients that have massive thick hair. They may take it a little bit extreme on you. And, you know, if your hair is already fragile, you don't want somebody that's going to potentially damage it, okay? Somebody asked about box dye, if they have light brown hair and you want to go darker. Generally, going darker at home is generally pretty safe, okay? So you can, I would recommend probably like a semi-permanent, and you can put that on at home. But, there is a but. If you plan on going lighter at any point, you're going to be in trouble, because now you've got box dye on top of a dark dye, and it's just going to be harder to lift it, right? So whenever you lift color, it always goes, like my hair, this is my natural color. If I put lightener on here, I'm going to go through red, orange, or red, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, white, okay? It takes a long time to get to this part. If you have a box dark, you're gonna be in the red and yellow and orange stage for a long time. So, whereas virgin hair and hair that has not been colored, it's like boop, 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 boop. With box dye, it's like boop, boop, boop. Like a very slow progression. And if you do this too fast, your hair is not going to be on your head no more. It's going to be on the floor. I promise. Okay? You cannot rush it. That's why sometimes when we tell guests this is going to take 2 to 3 sessions, would we love to make you platinum blonde in 1? Hell yeah. Will your hair be fried AF? Yes. So do you have to go through that crappy caramel 𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗟𝗢𝗡 stage, yes, you just have to. And then you skip to the blonde. You skip to the good stuff, right? What cosmetology school I went to International School of Hair Design, but it is closed. I have gray regrowth due to the pandemic. Do you recommend doing it naturally or go to the salon for them to blend it? I love gray. Like, I love natural gray hair, okay? So what's the color on your root? Your roots are gray. What's on the rest of your hair? Let me know what that is, and then I can help you. Try not to miss this. Blonde highlights and brown lowlights. Okay, so you are an easier case than having like a solid color, so that's good. The thing is, and y'all may not know this, gray hair is impossible to make, okay? Gray hair is gray because it has no pigment in it. A hairstylist cannot make gray hair. What we can do is we can make the hair blonde and we can tone it gray. But when that toner wears off, you're gonna be blonde again, okay? So when you ask, can you do this at home? Odds are no, because you're gonna have to pick out all those little dark pieces to lift them lighter, and you're gonna have to carefully highlight the highlights that you already have to get them lighter so that you can make it gray with a toner, which toner is not easy, okay? It's like one of those things, hairstylist, we all know it. Like, toner is always that big question of what toner to use, what toner, like hairstylists are constantly asking each other, what's the best toner, what should I use here, and it's like, some hairstylists don't tell everybody their formulas, and I don't think it's that they are trying to hide anything. It's that even me, like if I gave you a toner formulation, but you don't put it on that particular blonde, it's not gonna come out the same. So I'm not going to mess up your world by giving you a formula that worked for me because of the hair that I was with, the hair texture, the lightness, the everything. So I think that's kind of why that always remains a question. What toner do you use? Always, right? So I would find somebody that specializes in that, and it may be hard. I'm not going to lie. Finding a hairstylist that likes to do it and is good at it may be a little bit difficult. You're going to have to search for a color correction specialist in your area, because the goal is to get your root color, and then eventually it grows out beautifully. So I've had people come to me that said, I've been trying to do gray blending for years, and I don't understand. Like, literally, they've been going to the same hairstyles for years, and I don't understand why my gray is not finally growing in. It should be, right? Well, that's because the stylist has been doing highlights over highlights over highlights. Well, if you highlight this area, your gray, then it's gonna be blonde, right? And then they're toning it. Well, when you have somebody that's coming in that has this much gray, I don't touch that. I do not touch this part of your root. Your root is your root. So my job is to lift the rest and tone it as best as I can to your root. And sometimes that takes a few visits to finally, like, as your hair grows and your root gets longer and longer, eventually we do get to the point where it's like, wow, my job is done here. We have done it. And now you just come in for maintenance, haircuts, glosses, stuff like that. So it's possible. Thank you. I wish I stayed near you. LOL from Scotland. Oh, what's up? I would wish I want to go to Europe so badly. Especially Scotland. Sounds amazing. Hair growth tips. We kind of discussed this already, but I truly believe it is what you eat, how much water you intake, a trim every 12 weeks. And if you are like, you don't trust your hairstylist and you're like, no, that bitch always cuts more than I say, then you can go in and say, look, I just want a dry cut dusting. Like I just want a dusting. I just want those ends just dusted off, and typically ask for it dry, like just a dry cut. Now, that may be the same price. Don't expect it to be any cheaper, okay? This record is coming, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ugh. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? All right, what else do I have with my makeup though for reals? I don't even know. Should I bother putting eyelashes on? Eyelashes are just so not fun for me. They are not fun. Some of these hairstyles say trim, but do full cut 6 inches. Yeah, that's what I hear. Although, I will tell you this. Even when I get my own hair trimmed, I feel like I just got 6 inches off. I think it's a feeling. Like I think it's partly mental, because I swear to you, oh thank you, Jay. I swear to you, yes, Evan, do you know, you've seen my TikTok videos. I am not good at applying my lashes, but I suppose we'll do it. I haven't worn lashes in a little bit actually, because I've been using Latisse. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do it. Not because I don't love you, Evan, I love you, but because I'm getting a lash perm tomorrow and I don't want any glue. What are some cosmetology school recommendations? Good question. Also, has anybody ever had a lash perm? Because I'm a little bit scared tomorrow. My cosmetology recommendations. Schools. All right, hear me out. You do good. Thanks, Evan. Thanks, Evan. I would do it, but I'm getting that lash perm tomorrow, and I don't want her to have to deal with the gunk over here. Aw, the most beautiful girls are from America. You are too sweet. Too sweet. But it's actually kind of funny because my mom is from here, but her parents are from they're a little bit of Ireland, they're Polish and Gibraltar, okay? And then my dad is from Afghanistan, like straight up moved here when he was like 25. I'm from New York City. I am the true melting pot. Can you go live when you do the perm? Evan, I'm thinking, like, if she lets me, I'm gonna ask her. And if she lets me, 100% I will. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Probably here on YouTube too. Don't you think? Where do you think, Evan? Instagram? TikTok? YouTube? All three? All three at one time? I could do that. Okay, yes. Cosmetology school. Let me answer that for you. Go to the cheapest school you can. There, I said it. Just find the cheapest school you can go to, because hair school teaches you the basics, okay? They teach you just enough to pass the test, and that's it, okay? Most schools. There probably are some really great ones that do more, but most schools teach you the basics. to pass the test. And let me tell you my story. Sure, all three. You must think I'm a wizard. Or I have 10 phones on me at all times. Let me tell you my story of cosmetology school. So I had just finished college. I went to William Peace University. And I graduated with a communications degree and a computer science degree. And what I wanted to do was come to Russia, let's go fishing. So much right there. What I wanted to do was videography. And then I decided right after college, I was actually bartending, and I have a bartender friend was going to hair school. And I was like, wow, hair school, that sounds like so much fun. I want to go to hair school. So I figured if hair school didn't work out, I've got my degrees, right? So I went to hair school, but there was two options. There was two options in my area. One was 5 minutes from my house, very close. It was going to be free because at the time, financial aid was going to cover the entire thing, okay? And then there was another option of a school that was 30 minutes away and was going to cost me several $1,000s, several. And I don't know why I got the idea in my head that this other school was better, right? So I was like, well, I want to go to the better school. And so my dumbass woke up, every morning to drive 30 minutes to get to this other school and paid for it and bartended at night to make up for the cost, okay? Guess what? That school doesn't even exist anymore. It closed down like 5-6 years ago. And I learned what I would have learned at the other school and passed the test. So that's why I say it truly doesn't matter. Go to a community college, go to whatever is the cheapest one you can do, get it done with. And I will tell you, hair school is not easy, okay? It is not easy. There are going to be days that you want to quit. There is a reason that there's a terminology called beauty school dropout. That is not just for shits and giggles, okay? There is a reason, because there is a certain percentage that drop out before they graduate, and it's high. It's very high. It's higher than it should be, okay? So you got to tough it out, and you got to pass that test. And if you can, get a job at a salon, be a receptionist, be an assistant while you're in school, that's great. If you can't, I would 100% after school find a job where you can become an assistant, so you can learn what hairstylists actually do. Now, if you're very confident, you can go right into booth rent, but I've seen many fail because they don't have the experience, they don't have the knowledge, and so they don't grow as well. Or they mess up quite a few heads of hair and realize that, oh shoot, I really need some more education. Some high schools are for, yes, that's what I was, Anita, 100%. In the beginning of this live, I don't know if she's still here, but Chloe, she's in 7th grade, and she was asking about cosmetology school. And I told her, I said, check your local areas, because a lot of them offer a cosmetology program while you're in high school. And that's so amazing. Like, if you can do that, that's the way to do it, for sure. We're gonna add some sparkle to these eyelashes though, yeah. This is the Glitter Coat Mascara by Sephora. It's weird though, because you would think it had like those little bristles just like a mascara wand, but it doesn't. It's like, looks like that. I'll show y'all here. Isn't that fun? Do y'all see the sparkles? Just a little sparkle. Let's go over here. Felt like I wasn't getting any sparkles there. What are your tips for hair growth without a regular trim? Try not putting too much heat on your hair. Okay, so the clients that I see that have the best hair do not use heat. Every time. Every single time. Every single time. I have a client in my chair and I can tell their hair is just amazing. Like amazing. They're like, well, I don't use any heat. Or they don't just announce it. I ask them what's their hair care routine. And they're like, I just shampoo, condition, and I let it go. Yes, it includes hair dryer heat. Absolutely. Absolutely. And y'all, if you have to use blow dryer, you should be waiting until your hair is about 60% dry before putting a blow dryer before putting a brush with the blow dryer. Ideally, you want to wait until your hair is naturally dried, about 40% or so before you start blow drying anything. And I'm not gonna say like put it on low heat, because if y'all have ever been in a hotel bathroom with that damn stupid little ass blow dryer and it takes 10 years to blow dry your hair, no, we're not doing all that. But ideally, if you can avoid the blow dryer as much as possible, I would recommend that. All right. That was it. 5:40. All right, I've got like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna head out, y'all. So, any last minute questions, requests? Did you enjoy this? Give me your feedback. What else can I do? What would be more interesting? Now is your time to shine. Don't be mean. I am glad that, Anita, thank you. Thank you for joining. I have to admit, I was a little bit scared to go live here because sometimes the comments are brutal here. Evan, I've had him in for about a week or so, this set. But yeah, I have seen some of these comments and it is just like, what? Oh, Lordy. Rice water. Okay. I think it works only because 𝗓𝗏 has a shampoo bar that is a rice protein shampoo bar and conditioner. And I know, right, Anita? What the fuck? Bye. No, I don't need your money. The 𝗓𝗏 shampoo and conditioner bars, I feel like, are amazing. That's the rice protein. I don't know if I have a promo code there anymore. It's been a while, but you can try Leda. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, somebody like last night I put on one of my stories that I was going live, and I got one comment there, and you know what the comment said? Wow, you look way different without makeup. Yikes. I was like, okay, bitch, you don't even know. Like, I'm actually gonna be giving you the before and after on this live. But I didn't say anything. I was just like, whatever. Don't be rude. It's on you. People be rude sometimes, those here. I'm like used to TikTok world. Everybody's sweet on TikTok. I'm like, here, I'm like, what is it? 5,000. Well, how about we make it 5 million? And the people that are on my live right now, they get a cut. How about that? So rude. I know. Maybe Evan, but if he offers 5 million and everybody gets a cut here, we're all going to be in good shape. Yes, I love TikTok, fam. Yes. I just like if some of the comments in some of my videos here, I'm just like, oh God, what if I go live and people are just like rude? But it's almost as if when I go live, it's just like the sweethearts come on. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. I have enjoyed every minute of this. It's been fun. And I'll be, like I said, I haven't narrowed down the exact time, but definitely Sundays and Mondays. Check me out. Sunday or Monday, I'm not sure. But I kind of like this, like Sunday vibes. All right, y'all. Have a great night. And I'll see you guys next week. And catch me on TikTok. I'm there all the time. Catch me on Instagram. It's 𝗬𝗓𝗧𝗢𝗡. And here. All right. Bye, guys.